hand.
Welcome to PKR Tournament TV. I'm Colin Morris here with Dan Grant and James Bache. We've got 10-seat tournament action for you tonight. Game's just started. Dan, why don't you tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, well, we got 10 players all vying for that top spot. 3 will get paid, so it's not a disaster if you don't win. We've got some great players here, James. Who have we got?
Yeah, we've got a couple of very recognisable PKR tournament players. King Coles, Can't Bully Me, Pokerholic, all quite well known on the
all
PKR
near the
circuit.
top of the tournament rankings, so expect some real play from these guys. And girls.
Fold.
Indeed. Well, 2 Kojaks out there. Be interesting
comes the
hand
flop.
if a king comes down on the flop.
Certainly would.
And what do you know?
Yeah.
So, who do you think has the edge here, James?
I think we're definitely looking at Shawley to take this pot down. He's in position on Losmeister here. We would expect the man in position to take this down, having the advantage.
Yeah, you'd expect him to put in a little raise here, get rid of the third guy or gal, and there we go. It's not quite as big a raise as I'd like, but I'm sure that Losmeister's not getting away from his hand anytime soon.
It's a good testing raise as well. If he's got ace king, he's shoving on the top in case of the heart draw. So.
Oh yeah, now that'll give him a great opportunity to put in an even bigger raise now. I'd expect Losmeister, I don't know, would you lead out there or would you just check call?
Well, he doesn't have the jack of hearts to back it up.
This is
like,
the problem with
Sean
being
does.
out of position, isn't it? Now you could be up against a whole host of hands that beat you.
I think the sensible play here, if you don't know your opponent's card, is probably let go.
I'm with you. Or shove.
Yeah, or shove,
You're
yeah.
brave. Yeah, that's
let's
fair
go.
enough. I don't mind at all.
Well, interesting lesson in position there, I think,
Yeah.
on that hand. Two identical hands, although admittedly one of them did have the flush draw
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, if we ignore that, I mean, it just proves really that if you're out of position, you've got to play almost twice as strong.
Yeah.
new hand here, Poker Boss.
I'd
Thinking about Queen 3.
See if we get any really huge hands early and see how they play them. Ace 10's not huge, but it'll do.
I call.
Yeah, let's play. There we go. First big
Pocket
pair.
jacks.
Yeah, now we get to see some
Pass
chips
fold.
in the middle. No, I'm wrong. What do you think about that?
Check.
I think when you've
Here's
got
a
that many
flop.
people in the pot in front of you already, it's a mistake.
You're asking for trouble, aren't you?
Yeah.
And there is
There's
trouble.
right there. Yeah.
It depends how you're going to play it. As long as you're willing to just fold the moment anyone bets here, then
Yeah,
fine.
I think most of the time you're not going to hit the jacks, though, are you? And,
No.
and also most of the time you might not get a 10 high flop.
No, indeed,
Check.
indeed. You want to narrow the field so that you have a smaller chance of your opponent catching the overcard.
And
Thing is-
checks all the way around after that flop. And
Very
hello,
nice.
there's
Check.
the-
Just wondering how the ace 10 was going to extract
Check.
any money. You think maybe the jacks thinks he might be...
I think he does think he's ahead now. I think the
Here
ace 10 has done the
comes
right
the
thing
river.
by playing this koi on the turn. I would have
Check.
played it heavier
Check.
on the flop, I think, just in case to find out if there was a bigger ace.
Yeah, what do you think you could get out of the pot's 90?
in.
So no one's going to get rich here.
Oh, well, interesting move there.
Well, he's hoping someone else is slow playing another ace, in
Or
which
a
case he is getting paid.
Actually,
I fold.
and I imagine he
I
thinks
fold.
someone might go off the deep end with a 5
need
as well,
to-
maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is online poker. People would consider calling all in there with only 90 in the pot with an ace to split. So
And he shows. I mean, he's pretty happy about it, but he shows.
Yeah, that's a tough thing with a big hand
New
like
hand.
a full house is how do you get maximum value?
Yeah, I think it's called having the deck crushed, isn't it?
yeah. Well, if you haven't built the pot early as well, it's very difficult when there's a very small pot out there to build one.
Yeah,
If
no
you build
one's-
it pre-flop, it's a bit different.
That's right. No one's got any odds on the turn or the
No.
river to call anything, to be
No.
honest.
I fold.
And they've got no reason to be suspicious when you bet, because the only reason you're betting is to have the best hand, not to win 90 chips.
A little lesson there from James. That's free.
So Losmeister having a little think about it here.
A little
Love that
tickle.
T-shirt.
I love the hand.
Call.
That's a premium for me and James, I think.
It is. Nice and easy to play.
Cool.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
Cowboys.
How much of a raise here?
I raise.
80? Yeah.
100. Well, yeah, that's probably about right. Let's see how this. Well, pocket nines went down right away.
How many callers, James? Predict right now.
2 callers.
Okay.
I
Call.
think just the one.
Oh,
well,
I'll
there
go
it
with the
is.
3. I'll go with the 3.
Call.
Well,
Oh,
I'm out of
yes.
the running.
Oh, it's
All
rigged. It's all
3.
rigged.
Let's see what happens.
Here's the flop.
Wow. That is cold.
Huge flop for Knave. Be interesting to see how he plays this. If he puts Poker Boss on a big pair, he needs to get aggressive now, really.
I'm with
I
you.
bet.
This is all about playing fast when you have a huge hand.
Definitely.
Playing slow
I
and just
call.
calling it really starts to give your opponent an idea of what you
Well,
got.
and
Sends out warning
Fold.
signals.
Losmeister calls for the gut shot draw. Now this will be an interesting bet. I agree.
I'd like to see the 6 of hearts peel off on the turn.
Really make
Cool.
things interesting.
Indeed.
And full street.
Ooh.
Well,
Well, that does open up the opportunity of a flush on the river. This would be a sick beat, wouldn't it?
it would be a very sick, but well,
Bet.
the flush obviously won't beat the full house, but. We'll just skirt over
I'm
that.
I'm just testing James there.
I'm
Call.
glad
Good
I
man.
passed.
Yeah, well, we were going to go through the hand rankings earlier.
Yeah, I think Dan needs to go back to poker school.
Well, we've got a
Anyway,
great one on the
this
side.
This is such an interesting. Oh, 750 there raised from Knave.
Call.
Flat call from Poker Boss.
It's very hard to fold kings.
How do you fold them here, really?
Indeed.
I call.
And Losmeister
Here comes the
Well,
river.
keeping the faith.
And Loz digging a hole.
And there's the flush. So now,
Both of them are going to get into a bit of trouble
Check.
here.
Yeah. Knave.
I think the kings can get away if something crazy
Yeah.
happens.
But if Knave shoves, we could see a lot of chips going in the pot.
This guy's not going to
Absolutely.
risk checking, is he?
I think he needs to do a control bet of 200 or 300,
bet.
really.
big decision here for Knave.
Raise.
Does he just call or raise? He puts in, makes it 640.
I think that's probably going to get called by the
By both.
5-8. But
Poker Boss.
no, I don't
And
think by the kings.
Really, Poker Boss doesn't have a lot of clues here that he's in third place on this hand, other than the flush draw being out.
Yeah,
but
but-
like you said, pocket kings
Call.
just really difficult to put down
It
when
is
the
tough.
highest card
And when
on the
you've
board is
raised
the queen.
5 times the big pre, you know, you can't put anyone
I
on
call.
4.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I think if it had been more than
Check it
500,
out.
the re-raise just here.
Mm.
Maybe if it'd been 1,000 or 2,000. I mean, look at the pot size. It's 5,000.
That's a great pot, and Poker Boss shows off his kings as well.
There we go. That's what happens when you flop a boat.
Yep.
Yeah,
A lot of chips considering how small the blinds are.
Yeah, very nice.
yeah, that was a great hand for Knave, and puts him well in the lead.
New hand.
Still got all our players though.
Yeah, absolutely. And even Losmeister, we're at 10 and 20 here. You've got just under 1,000 chips. No need for anything
Yeah.
stupid. No panic.
Fold.
Oh, nice little hand there for M Sparky.
Yeah, blinds up to 2040,
Interesting hand to play in the early levels, pocket 10s.
especially from the first 3 positions.
It's much easier to be aggressive in the latter stages, isn't it? But at this stage, they're
I
very
call.
easily beat. So.
Well, you're going to get called by more people, and I don't mind that call.
Yes.
a
Oh,
No,
little
you're
bit.
looking for a set and you're getting rid to any overcards.
Yeah, and if it comes 9 high, no one's going to put you on the 10s.
Yeah, indeed. An ace 9 might well pay you off.
Or even a king 9.
Right.
Even
In this
Losmeister. There we go. Define your hand. Ace
Mhm.
queen.
Yes.
You absolutely want to be getting this hand heads up.
Definitely.
Poker Boss. He's already shown he likes
fold.
to play those quirky little.
Uh-huh.
He's still licking his wounds
Yes.
from the last hand.
Sure.
Fold.
Expect this hand to get heads up. The 10s against the ace queen.
Yeah.
Standard race.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone else agrees with you,
Yeah.
James.
Got a fan at the table.
We've got some good
Call.
characters here.
Yeah, we
I
have.
call.
Mr. Bling, look at this chap.
3, 4 callers
Here's
now.
the flop.
I'm not quite sure how we got the 3rd and 4th callers, but we'll see what happens.
Well, and there's that 9.
There it is.
I call.
Yeah, that should spell some kind of payday for
I
for
call.
Parky.
Yeah, let's just mention the lead out bet size of Sparky there.
Fold.
Pot's 900,
Here comes
leads
the
out for
turn
40.
card.
Giving everyone odds to play with you.
Yeah, even though you've developed an open-ended straight draw, get the
bet.
money in now. Oh, come on, that's only 80. Wow. Got to
Call.
protect your
Okay.
hand, I think.
Yeah, he's giving you odds to draw even
Here's
if
the
you've only got
final
3
card.
hands.
Indeed.
So,
Well, it's worked out well in the end. Not
I
sure
bet.
quite how he's going to get that much money out of somebody.
yeah, he could have got a
Call.
lot
I
on the
call.
flop. I think betting
Sure.
big, a king 9 would have wanted
Just
to
called
play.
all the way down. It's so odd that he would go back to bet a 40 on the river there
Yes.
too after he got called with 80
Yeah.
for the turn.
Yeah. And after he's called 200 pre.
Yes.
Sure. Well, maybe he's hoping for a re-raise back over the top. You know.
User.
And as we've said it before, I should say it again. A lot easier when you can see all the cards out there, isn't it? To know how.